Welcome to Lesson 1, Changing the Front Tyre and Tube. The first step is to unlock the V-brake. To do so, we're going to hold the left black arm, pull the cable until it releases, hold down the silver clutch and it unlocks. The second step is to use an Allen key to release the cable from the front brake. So we're going to unlock this, unscrew this, and the cable comes out. The third step is to remove the control box cover by unscrewing all 4 screws in each corner of the control box using a Phillips head. I'm going to unscrew all these. Now move to the other side. And the last one finally. So the last one's unscrewed, the control box comes off. Now we want to unplug the motor cables from the control box. This silver battery here is a control box, so we want to unplug the green cable, the blue cable, the yellow cable and the master wire cable so we can pull these cables throughout. So let's do it. Start with the green first. Blue, yellow, and finally the white cable, the master cable. Now we want to take the cables, as you can see they fall out, unclip them from behind the front frame of the bike to get them out of the way so we can change the wheel successfully. Now we're going to loosen the front wheel nut and remove the wheel from the forks. Firstly, to do so, we're going to remove the 2 rubber caps on either side of the wheel so that we can undo the nuts. Simply pull them off, repeat on the other side. Now that we're on this side, using an 18mm spanner, we're going to move in an anti-clockwise direction to loosen the nut, like such. Keep loosening until you think you can undo the nut using your hand. You reach that. Pull the washer out so that when we remove the forks we have room. Now we're going to go around to the other side. However, this way we're going to undo the nut in an anti-clockwise direction, like such, until we can loosen it using our hand. Undo the nut, pull the washer out. Now, stand up the bike to make sure that it's straight. One hand holding the cable box or the bike, one hand on the wheel. Now pull the bike up, we'll see the forks, they separate from the wheel. Be careful not just to wreck your forks when you lower it onto the ground, and put the wheel on the ground safely as to not damage it. Next we're going to remove all the air from the tyre so that we can remove the tube much easier. First, unlock the airtight cap, this black cap that protects air from coming out. Now, as you can see, we're going to press down on the small little circle inside the device that is used to pump up the tube, and I'm using a screwdriver just to press down softly, like such, and now you can hear the air coming out. Keep pressing down until there's no air that keeps coming out of the tyre. Now we're going to release one side of the tyre so it's outside the rim of the tyre. Currently the tyre is on the inside of the rim, so we're going to use tyre levers lever in to bring the tyre up. We're going to move all the way around the tyre, like such. We can keep leveraging it. We want to make sure we're getting the tyre, bring the tyre on the outside, keep running it around the tyre, and it will become easier and easier. Like such, you've just got to repeat this process. Now you can see the tyre is starting to make its way outside. The more further you get around, the easier it will become. Now, as you can see, this is all on the outside. Keep leveraging the tyre. Go down a little bit further again. Now it's getting much easier. And finally, it's completely on the outside of the rim. Now we're going to remove the drum brake from the wheel. So, hold the wheel up. We're going to need pliers and multi-grips to hold the other side as it spins. Hold firmly, grab a 14-inch spanner. We're going to loosen these two nuts here all the way off. Until you can do it by hand, getting a little bit tight again. Just keep getting them off. Going to screw them all the way off, like such. 1, 2, and then we can pull the brake off like such. Now we're going to release the air from the rear wheel. So much like the front wheel, turn it around, it's upside down. We're going to take off the cap, grab a screwdriver or something to be able to leverage the circle, push down, you can hear the air coming out. Keep it fully pressed down till all the air is completely out. Now using our tyre levers, we're going to release one side of the tyre so that it's outside the rim. Currently you can see that the tyre is inside the rim, so we're going to leverage inside, pop the tyre outside, and hold this one down, grab our other lever, make sure we can get in under, hold the other lever. Right, now we're starting to pop out. You can run the lever all around the outside of the tube like such. You can see the tyre moving further and further outward. Nearly there, just got to start from here, run it around, keep running it around, and there we go. Now it's completely on the outside. Now we're going to remove the tube from the tyre. So, on the side that we've just released, pull it out. We're going to push through the golden nozzle until it's all the way out. You can push it up and then use your fingers to pull it from the top. Once this is out, you want to pull the tube out like such, and then pull it all the way around the outside so it comes out. And the tube is out. Now we're going again to use our tyre levers, and we're going to release the other side of the tyre so that it comes on the outside of the rim. So I'm going to turn the tyre around, as you can see here on the inside. Grab our tyre levers, leverage it till it's on the outside. Push in here. Pull it out. There we go. We should be able to run the tyre lever all around the bike, ensuring that the tyre pops off. And there we go. Now the rim is going to pull out. Next you want to run your hand through the tyre to check for any sharp objects, as this may be causing the the tube to go flat. So, run your hand on the inside, one side, no marks or objects, sharp objects. Around the other side, just ensure that there are no sharp objects in the tyre. Next we're going to put the rim back into the tyre. To do so, we're just going to grab the rim, feed it into the tyre, like such, to the point where some of the inside of the tyre, the rim is inside some of the tyre, as you can see, like that, and we're ready to put the tyre back onto the rim. Next we're going to use our tyre levers to leverage one side back into the inside of the rim. So, this side, simply going to pop the rim back, so pop the tyre back into the rim. Again, we might have to hold one side, it might go in using your hands, and leverage it in. That one goes in, keep moving around, just pop it in. We're going to go the other side, hold. Feed it on, and then use our hands to push, and one side of the tyre is now back on the inside of the rim. Now we are going to poke the nozzle of the tube back through the tyre and feed it around the rim. So, going to grab our new tube, make sure that the nozzle is facing outwards, going to pull, get the outside of the rim, pull to the inside so we can see the hole, poke in the hole, like such, then using our fingers, we're going to try and feed, pull this outward, feed the tube back of the tyre like such, all the way around. All the way around the tyre. Now we're ready to put the tyre back on the inside of the rim. Just double check that your tube is well and truly out of the way so it doesn't get pinched. Now we're going to use the tyre lever and leverage the remaining side of the tyre back to the inside of the rim, making sure that we don't damage the new tube. So, again, we're going to flick this to the inside. We can hold that lever in there. Get our other lever. I'm going to make sure they hold. So, hold with one hand. Feed one lever under. There you go. Now you're starting to get it back on the inside. Keep holding this lever. Come down here. Lever in. Again, making sure that the tube is well and truly on the rim. Like it is. This is in now. We push all the way around, as you can see it's forming in. Now we want to press up. We want to hold this because it's going to get tight now. Go to the other side, pop it in, keep changing sides, so hold down this side now. Now we want to pop this bit back in. It will begin to get a little bit tough now, because it's starting to get quite tight. Keep moving closer and closer, making sure we hold the right sides in. Now we're almost there. I can use my hands and it's just popped back in. Now we want to reinflate the tyre back to 30 psi. So I'm using a bike pump here. You can use any pump. make sure it's fitted properly onto the nozzle. I'm going to release it like such. I'm just going to pump it up to 30 psi. Once it's 30 psi, I'm going to take this off, put our airtight cap on. And then we're ready to reattach the brake. Now we're going to reattach the drum brake. So previously, to make sure the drum brake is facing upward, simply slide it over to the bearings. It should slide. Now we're going to grab our pliers that we used to hold the other side. Grab the two small nuts. Slide them on as far as you can with your hands. Going to do it hand tight for now. You still want to have offer a little bit of movement. Then you're going to put the last nut. Now ready to put the tyre back onto the bike. Finally, we want to reconnect the brake cable to the V-brake on the other side. So we're going to pull the cable under the control box, bring both arms in. Now we want to ensure that the cable is fitted through the silver mechanism and it pokes through so it's holding on the nut. Then, check if the brakes work, and they should work fine. If you have difficulty with the cable, what you can do is grab a pair of pliers, pull the cable out, and re-tighten the nut accordingly.